Up there in Sydney, Patti Mostyn is renowned as Australia's #1 publicist. Her clients include Frank Sinatra, George Michael and Elton John, and she's waiting for us now in the restaurant of Sydney's show business mecca, the Seabull Townhouse. Please welcome Patti Mostyn. Hiya, Patti.
Hi, Bert. I'm here early for lunch.
You're having a lovely lunch there. Well, about to have a lovely lunch there.
Not yet. It's a bit early.
Yeah, a little early. Well, it's 25 to 1.
Whatever happened to our date? I've only met you once and you promised me dinner.
That's
Never
right.
happened.
Well, you see, I forgot to mention, I got married.
Excuse me, it wasn't that long ago.
Well, wasn't it
Sorry,
really?
Patti.
Was Patti with us when we met?
Well, she wasn't in our booth, Bert, but she was in the room.
Right. Just as a matter of interest, where was that again, Patti?
Seabull Townhouse, Bert.
Oh, yes.
Same booth as I'm in now.
Right.
After the Ricky May benefit.
After the Ricky May benefit. Oh, that explains everything.
It also explains why I haven't had my date, obviously.
Yeah. Well, that was quite a night, wasn't it, eh?
Well, I remembered, you didn't.
Yes. Well, Patti, there's always plenty of time, isn't there?
In fact, I think I'll go now.
If ever I get my Patties confused, you'll be the first to know.
Well, at least no one will ever find out about us.
Right,
It's very
what?
safe.
Yeah. Patti, you're, speaking of good... I mean, I know you're being untrue to me anyway. Elton John. Your very good friend, Elton John. Yeah, he's just celebrated his birthday with a great big bash in Paris, and also he had a lovely party, I hear. Were you invited?
If I'd been there, it could have been both. But I was invited, yes, but I couldn't go due to the fact that, loyal to the core, I was in Beachport in South Australia, which you've possibly never heard of, with Brian Brown and Confidence. But who was there was David Lindley. Viscount Lindley was one of quite a few star guests. And it really is quite funny. Not only was he at the party, he had to apologise to his aunt, Liz, that he couldn't make it for the Easter luncheon at Balmoral due to a prior engagement. Guess what it was, of course, Elt's party. Also there were a few Australians there too. Roger Davies, who used to manage the group Sherbet and looks after Tina Turner. He was there with Tina, as was James Raine, pop star of some renown here, Russell Mulcahy, director. And George Michael, who couldn't make it, did, I thought, a fabulous trick. He sent a present which was more than large, i.e. a CD playing Wurlitzer, which was delivered to Elton's suite, a great big wooden crate, which he then had to get all the maintenance men up to open. And when it appeared, George had forgotten to leave the note as to who it was from. So he just thought there was some very rich friend he had who was more than generous.
He may have thought it was from Molly Meldrum.
I don't think Molly had ever put the hand that deeply in the pocket, do you?
Well, not his own, anyway. Patti,
You said that.
what about, you mentioned Confidence. Tell us about Confidence. Is that still shooting?
Yes, they've extended, because of the weather problems, they've extended a week in Beachport. They've been there a month. But the funniest thing was, I went down there for the weekend, and Brian, who is, you know, the big sex symbol worldwide these days, and he wasn't the one that the townsfolk were after. It was his co-star, a little baby 10-year-old, Justin Rosniak. And the kids were giving him little bracelets, saying to Brian, "Excuse me, you're in that film with Justin. Can you give him this present from me?" And Brian said, "This is a real difference." It was fantastic. I mean, it's just like a little tiny sleepy village. But I have a picture of my little new star, Justin. He's really cute, totally unaffected, and I think is going to be huge. He's never done anything of a feature film nature before, and I think he's got a long way to go. He
Just
really
his
will
name
go a
again,
long
please,
way.
Patti?
Justin Rosniak.
We'll certainly look out for it. And that should be released when?
Well, America is so excited because it's the first Australian film that's been totally American financed, and it's Taylor Hackford's company who did Officer and a Gentleman, Against All Odds, and they're very excited with the rushes and are talking about a worldwide release in October.
Right. Just finally, Patti, Evita was the hottest ticket in town in London for months and months and months.
My friend Robert Stigwood, yet another friend.
But I believe now, Patti, that the hottest ticket is an Australian show.
Well, Allo is the thing that is about to come here, I believe. Negotiations are heavily underway. It's not an Australian show.
I beg your pardon, I meant to say the one that's about to come here in Australia.
You're wrong.
Yes.
And
I think our marriage is up already, Patti. Go ahead. Oh, something's happened. We've lost Patti. Oh.
My body is crying out for you.
Oh, hello, how are you? This is the news. Today, during the Bert Newton Show, something happened and no one knew what had happened, so everyone looked at each other and scratched their bums. We've lost Sydney. Well, there you go. What, lost Sydney completely? I've always loathed Sydney anyway. Oh, I beg your pardon. Oh, just the light. Sydney is still seeing the show, of course. You there, Patti? That's how Patti's come out of my life so easily, you know. Just not even a word, and all of a sudden, bang, they're gone. Did she swear or something? Did she say something wrong? No? Anyway, what she was going to say was, what I said actually was, I made a mistake in saying it was an Australian show. Hello, Hello is coming to Australia. It's now the hottest ticket in London, and it's about to come here to Aussie. I thought she looked so much like a very famous star with those glasses on. I was going to shout out, what about a song before you go, Rod? Doesn't she look like Rod Stewart? Anyway, she was lovely, Patti Mostyn. I don't know where she's gone, but no doubt she'd be finding something to do in the Seabull Townhouse, and we thank her for her limited time with us. Patti Mostyn, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, she's back. No, she's not. Let me see that again, please. Is that live or a freeze? It's very hard to tell. Move if that's really you. No? We're back after this break.